Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Volcano-AC, and today I would like to touch base on a topic that I feel needs further clarification. It is about using the Apollo X6 with a Windows PC or laptop. Some viewers were wondering why I decided to purchase an Apollo audio interface that connects with Thunderbolt 3 if I use a Windows operating system. Most people associate the Apollo devices with Mac and iOS systems, so I understand their concerns. The truth is that if you look into the details of the Universal Audio website at the Apollo Thunderbolt Windows compatibility page, there are some Windows and PC requirements that you need to have in order to be able to use the Apollo audio interface. For example, you need to have Windows 10 or 11 with 64-bit editions only. In addition, your PC or laptop will need to have at least one Thunderbolt 3 or Thunderbolt 4 ports. Furthermore, your system will need to have at least quad-core i7 processor or better. So, before deciding on an Apollo audio interface, make sure that your setup meets or exceeds everything listed on the UA website, or you might get into issues. Before I ordered my Apollo X6, I checked the specs of my Windows laptop, and it is working great. Actually, I'm recording my voice in this video using the Apollo X6 and my Windows laptop. To be specific, my signal chain is as follows. The Shure SM7 microphone with the integrated cloud preamp off, connected to channel 1 of the NIV 1073 DPX preamplifier, and that goes into the WA2A analog optocompressor from Warm Audio, and that goes into the Apollo X6 audio interface. And finally, it is recorded in Studio One in my MSI Intel Evo i7 Windows laptop. And yes, you also need the Thunderbolt 3 cable or it won't work. Now, let me expand about the Thunderbolt 3 port. And please note, I did not say Thunderbolt 1 or 2. So, lots of people, including myself, were confused at the beginning because Thunderbolt 3 and 4 ports look exactly the same as USB-C ports. Thunderbolt requires higher minimum spec standards for power, data, and video than base USB-C protocols. Therefore, the speed of data transfer is one of the main differences. Thunderbolts are way faster than USB-C, but the differences go beyond the speed. Thunderbolt supports PCLE devices like fast external hard drives and external GPUs. USB-C cannot connect to these kind of devices. Also, Thunderbolt supports daisy chaining. That capability can be found in the Apollo X6, since the manual indicates that you can daisy chain up to 3 Apollo X6. There are more differences, but just to keep it short, note that Thunderbolt is backwards compatible with USB-C. In contrast, a USB-C port will not support a Thunderbolt device. So make sure that your Windows PC or laptop has a Thunderbolt port and not a USB-C port. This brings me to my next point. How to differentiate a Thunderbolt port from a USB-C one. The Thunderbolt port will have a small lightning symbol like an arrow pointing downwards in zigzag shape. If your port has a double S or a symbol that looks like a chandelier with 3 bulbs, well, that's not a Thunderbolt port. So again, the USB-C port will not work with the Apollo X6. So how about if you have a gaming PC with the required specs, but you don't have a Thunderbolt port? Could you add one? The answer is, it depends. And I learned this the hard way with my own Windows PC. So it will depend on if your motherboard has the slots to add both a PCLE card and the corresponding power cable. One of the most popular PCLE cards is the Asus Thunderbolt X. Another popular one is the Gigabyte GC from Maple Ridge. Check your motherboard for the PCLE slot and its corresponding power slot. And if any of these two is missing, then you cannot add the card of Thunderbolt to your motherboard. And that's what happened to me. My Windows PC has the PCLE card slot, but not the slot for the power supply. I could technically insert the card, but there's nowhere to put the power supply. So what could be done about it? Well, you will need a different motherboard, one that has both slots, the one for the card and the ones for its power supply. Now remember, changing your motherboard is costly, and you will probably have to also change your power block to deliver sufficient power to the new motherboard with Thunderbolt port. But before you do any major changes like that to your PC, make sure your new motherboard will be compatible with everything else you already have in your PC. For example, with your graphics card. Otherwise, you can get in some more issues. So yes, if you can, get a Windows PC that already has Thunderbolt ports. That will be the ideal case. Many of the mini PCs have Thunderbolt 3 ports already. Also, many new Windows laptops come with Thunderbolt 3 or 4. In my case, my laptop is an MSI, however, I have seen Lenovo laptops with Thunderbolt 3 as well. If you would like to see the unboxing of my Windows MSI laptop with Thunderbolt 3, just check the link in the description below. Alright, I hope some of the information in this video was useful. Otherwise, just go ahead and buy a Mac. If you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button, and for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.